Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Emily here from Travel and Ledger, and I am encouraging you to put more vacation in the books. Just got back from the gym and I was thinking today, I was like, almost all of my friends have told me about a vacation that has gone wrong, and I don't understand why they make these mistakes. So I was like, you know what? Let me make this video because I want to share with you guys what not to do on vacation, because vacations are fun. And as girls, we always get sucked into these dumb conversations with people and whatever. I'll tell you all about it. One of the first ones that everybody tells me about when they tell me about how a vacation went wrong is they didn't do what they went on vacation to do. And I'm like, how did you not do what you wanted to do? But who knows? We're girls. We're easy to suck in. Maybe it was with our boyfriend, or we were with our girlfriend and they didn't want to do it. So we were like, oh, I'll just do it next time. No, you better do it while you're there. For example, there's in St. Lucia, they have this bioluminescent bay, right? So that's not going to be there forever. So if you're in St. Lucia and you're on that vacation, that's not a cheap vacation. So you better do it while you're there because, with global warming and everything, that's not going to be there forever, right? So this is a problem. Maybe you got talked out of it. Maybe you got too lazy or you drank too much the night before. Whatever it is, the way to get out of making this mistake, the easiest way I should say, is to schedule it ahead. So if you've already bought your tickets and you're already good to go, you better go because you're not getting your money back. By canceling the day of, they're not going to give you your money back. So you better go on that excursion. Maybe you're the kind of person like me where when I'm in a place I want to do everything at the same time. You don't have to do that, but maybe have 5 things you want to do, pick the most important one and schedule that one. And then if you get around to the other 4, you can, but especially if it's something that you can only do in the location you're at, you better do it while you're there. The next mistake that so many of my friends have made in the past is hanging out with Debbie Downer. She's like, oh, girl, can you just hang out with me? I'm just not feeling like doing that. No. Girl, if you want to be miserable, you better sit and be miserable by yourself, because you're not going to ruin my vacation that I came here for my girl's bachelorette party. We are here for her. We are not here to look at you and feel bad for you for whatever you're going through or whatever. It's not about you, dude. Hold it together, suck it up, and let's party with our friend. We're only here for 3 days. I'm not going to sit and babysit you for the whole time. Sorry, I kind of went off there on a tangent. But Debbie Downers are no fun. They're going to ruin your vacation, and you're going to get home, and the only stories that you're going to have to tell your friends about is how much Debbie Downer sucked. And who wants to go on vacation and then come home and just complain about vacation the whole time? Now you're the Debbie Downer with your friends. Just leave the Debbie Downer alone and let her deal with herself. And if your friend already knew she was a Debbie Downer, she already knew what she was getting into by inviting her. So that is on her. That is not your fault. You can always separate from the group and have a good time. So this one's really easy to not make this mistake. You just say no to what other people want to do and yes to things that you actually want to do. Say yes, 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 you want to do that, or no, I'm not doing that. The next one is totally out of your control. It happens. I've been on that vacation. It happened to me in Mexico one time and it rained the whole vacation. We had maybe 2 days that were 67 degrees, so we couldn't even get in the pool. It was just one of those fronts that came up the coast. It is what it is, but we could have sat there and sulked the whole time, but instead we made the most of it. We went on excursions that we normally wouldn't have gone on if it was sunny because we just wanted to sit and tan. But we did some excursions and we went shopping in town and we got to see all of Playa del Carmen. But it also was one of those trips where I was like, oh, I have to go back there because I feel like my trip got ruined. And I did go back and I had an amazing time at Royal Hideaway Playa Car, which I'll leave that link there. But the first trip at Playa del Carmen was not a good time. And I kind of blamed it on Playa del Carmen. It was also jellyfish season, which I didn't know was a thing. So just make sure you do your research right. If there's storms coming in, it might be better to put it off for a week. If the resort will let you reschedule, a lot of times they'll let you change things around up to a week before, I want to say, or 14 days before. So just keep an eye out for that sort of stuff because it's not worth it to go somewhere and just be miserable. You can make the best out of it, but why go somewhere if it's not going to be the kind of experience that you want? So the way around that mistake is see how the resort will work with you. and try that first. If you have to go, you can make the most of it, but a lot of times the resort will make you move stuff around. This mistake is also out of your control. You got your lady time and you're cramping, or you ate something and it's not agreeing with your stomach. Guys, it's fine. The reality is hopefully you can take some Tylenol and you'll be fine, or if it's a food thing, it'll work its way out for one day. Just relax. Don't try to be doing things when you know you shouldn't be doing it, because then you're going to get sick, and then it's going to turn into like you're sick for the whole week on vacation instead of just like taking one day to relax. And maybe you were planning to go out and do something that day. Just change your schedule around. And the way around this mistake is to just take care of yourself, because your health is always most important. And the reality is you're on vacation to relax anyway. So just take that day to relax. Like, don't push yourself, because it's only going to get worse if you start pushing yourself and trying to do things when you're not feeling good, especially with like the food thing and you're dealing with like the toilets and stuff. And it's like, it's not good to be like shopping and just stay home and watch a movie and drink. I'm going to give you a hint with this next one, because it's a mistake I see all the time, especially at all-inclusive resorts that have a pool bar. We'll leave that out there, okay? That didn't put something on, and they didn't have any tan before they went there. I know, you already probably know what I'm talking about. Sunburn. Yet nobody needs to deal with sunburn. I don't care how much you want to drink, especially when you're an all-inclusive, the drinks will be flowing. Like, it's not like it's happy hour and you have to get all these drinks in before you leave. Like, you can drink as much as you want all the time. But the reality is, if it's an all-inclusive resort, you're probably closer to the equator than you usually are, and your skin is going to burn. So you need to put lotion on, and you need to be careful, because if you burn on day one, girl, that is not a good time. You are not going to be able to walk. You're not going to be able to put like clothes on. You're just going to have to live in your bikini and walk like this. Like, you don't want to deal with that. Just trust me, just put lotion on. If you start getting too hot, just move into the shade. Just be conscious of burning the first couple of days. And that's the best way around this mistake, because you don't want to be that guy with a burnt back. Like, the back is the worst. The back, I had one trip where we got to a campsite early, right? So we couldn't check in. So we're like, oh, let's just go to the beach. We all fell asleep, and I fell asleep on my stomach. So my back was burnt and all down my legs was burnt. So I couldn't even wear jeans or anything. That was crazy times, but just make sure it doesn't happen to you. Just don't let that mistake happen. Trust me. This mistake I feel like is rarer than most, but I've definitely had friends that have fallen into this habit. And especially on couple vacations, it always happens. Something goes wrong and you get into an argument, and then you're angry at them for the whole trip, you know, or you're on a group trip and two girls like butt heads and it's like a whole thing. Like, just meet other people. The whole fun of being on vacation is meeting new people. So get out there and meet new people. It's really easy. Everybody's on vacation, right? So just go and talk to somebody, and they'll probably talk to you too, because they're also in that same vacation mentality. So don't feel like you're stuck with your partner or you're stuck with your group the whole time, especially with people that you're already seeing like attention building. Just go and talk to somebody else. There's so many other people to talk to. This mistake just doesn't ever make sense to me. I understand it happens, and sometimes people are tired, especially after flying, but just introduce more people into the mix and you won't fight. And that's the easiest way around this mistake. For this next mistake, I'm just going to be blunt with you guys. Like, if you're on vacation, you're probably going to buy something. Don't overpack your suitcase and like put every single thing you could get in there. Leave room for souvenirs, because otherwise you're going to be pissed off and just stop buying stuff because you didn't leave enough room in your suitcase. The answer to this mistake is you can always buy another suitcase or buy a carry-on bag or a book bag, whatever. There's always room to be made. If you have to pay the extra $30 for one way to ship it back home, it's worth it. But I don't want to hear about how you saw this beautiful vase or this beautiful painting and you wish you just had more room in your suitcase and now you'll never see that artist again and blah, blah, blah. Guys, we live in the time of digital everything. Get their Instagram page, like get their website. I'm sure they ship back home. Like, there's ways around it. Don't come home complaining about vacation that was amazing and the only thing that was wrong with it was because you couldn't fit your souvenirs in your suitcase. There's ways around it, guys. Just saying, don't make that mistake, ladies. This one is just natural. It happens to the best of us. maybe you wake up in the morning and you just want a strawberry daiquiri, especially like when they look really good, those pina coladas and those pineapples or coconuts, and you forget to eat. And now it's like 1 p.m. and you're starting to feel that buzz plus the sun. Just make sure you eat some breakfast, even if it's just some toast or a banana or something. Just make sure when you wake up, guys, don't make this mistake. Put something in your stomach right away, because you know there's going to be alcohol involved at some point in the day. You don't want to be super tired because like the alcohol is starting to weight off and you're like on an excursion somewhere and you're like, oh shoot, it's hitting me. Or no, you got to eat in the morning. Don't go on an excursion without eating, because who knows when you're going to actually eat on the excursion. Some excursions don't even feed you. Make sure you bring food if that's the case, especially at these all-inclusive places. Just take stuff and put it in your bag, because somebody's probably going to get hungry on the trip. So you can be that girl who just has food in her bag, and that's cool. But you don't want to be stuck with a queasy stomach or a headache or whatever it is. You have to eat your food. And the other one is, don't forget to drink your water, because you don't want to pass out. You don't want to be that girl who passes out and everybody has to come save you. Just like you have to drink water and you have to eat food to function. No matter how much you want to just drink all day and pretend like you have a steel stomach, eventually it's going to catch up to you, especially when you're mixing a lot of things like a pina colada, then a beer, then shots, and then like you just need to have stuff in your stomach, especially in those hot environments. It's just going to kill you otherwise. This surprisingly is another problem with vacation. I've noticed it a lot. I take a lot of vacations. So when friends of mine come on vacation with me, I see this as a mistake that they make, but they want to do everything. Like day one, we land, we do this, and then tomorrow we're doing this, and then next day we're doing this. Girl, calm down. Calm down, because this is going to wear you out. The whole idea of vacation is you're on vacation to have fun on vacation. And if you overbook it and overplan it, this is a huge mistake. It's great if you want to have a to-do list of things that you want to try and accomplish while you're on vacation. But if you do all these things on vacation, you're going to need a vacation from your vacation. And like that defeats the whole purpose of having a vacation. Like if you go to Vegas, for example, and we hit all the casinos during the day, we're walking in the sun, then we go to the pool party, and then we go to the club, and you like sleep for an hour, then you get up, you do it all again the next day, which, I have done, honestly, like it's fun, but don't do it on the first night, because if you wear yourself out on that first night, guys, you're done. Like Vegas is gonna kill you. The sun alone will kill you. After the time change and everything, you're going to need to get some sleep just from the time change alone. Think of it, you were flying and then the time change, and then you went hard, and then you went hard. You just need to relax. Let's take a breather. We'll get to all the things you want to do, but do them like one at a time. Don't try to cram them all in and like be rushing, because before you know it, your vacation's going to be over and you're going to be tired and you're going to be miserable because you need a vacation from your vacation. That being said too, if you're going somewhere like Vegas, you're not going to be sleeping much. So it's probably best if you take the day off when you fly home. There's the time change difference. You need to readjust to the time. You don't necessarily want to go straight back to work because of that. I mean, I do, but I'm like a seasoned traveler. If you're somebody who doesn't travel that often, you're going to need that day of recovery, especially because Vegas is all free drinks and partying and dancing and sightseeing, and you're just going to be tired from the sun alone too, like I said. So make sure you take a day off, and that is a way around that. All right, guys, sorry if I talk too fast. I'm just too hyped up from the gym, and I just had a Starbucks, and you know how that goes. So if you could help me out by subscribing, I'm trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, and on to the next video. See you there.